Hi, welcome in. My name is Sheila. My channel is Rubber Ramada Crime Time. We talk a discussion or different topics of crime and a lot of it associated with mental health. And today we are going to go over the complaint of murder by firearm of Oninda Romelus. Welcome to my channel, and please take a moment to hit the thumbs up if you like the channel, if you like what I'm doing, and sub up to the channel. So with that, we're going to start reading Complaint Murder by Firearm. Before the undersigned authority on this day personally appeared Investigator C. Davis, a credible person who, after being by me duly sworn on the oath, deposes and says that he has good reason to believe and does believe a charge based on the following facts, to wit. On Saturday, October 4th, 2025, I, Investigator C. Davis, was serving as the on-call investigator for the South District of Brazoria County, Texas, when affiant was advised of a shooting at 22679 North State Highway 288, Angleton, Texas, also known as the Oasis Convenience Store. Affiant learned from the Brazoria County Dispatch that a black female identified as Oninda Romulus, date of birth redacted 1994, had shot her 4 juvenile children and was currently located at the convenience store located at 22679 North State Highway 288, Angleton, Brazoria County, Texas. Upon my arrival, Affiant observed a white passenger car at a gas pump number 2 in front of the Oasis gas station. Affiant observed the white passenger car bearing Texas license plate redacted to have the engine running with all of the doors open and a white sheet covering a small child's body that was lying on the ground behind the vehicle. Affiant observed a second white sheet covering a body that was on the passenger side of the car between the car and the gas pump. Affiant observed the body was positioned with its body hanging halfway out of the front passenger door with legs in the vehicle and the upper torso and head on the ground. While on the scene, the store owner arrived and allowed the affiant to review the Oasis surveillance footage. Affiant observed what the footage shows: a white passenger car arriving at the gas station and parking in front of gas pump number 2. Affiant observed a female believed to be Oninda Romulus exiting the vehicle from the front driver's seat and walk around to the gas pump. Affiant believed that Oninda Romulus was talking on her phone as she can be seen getting fuel. Once Oninda Romulus places the fuel pump into the tank, she is observed walking around the driver's side of the vehicle, where she peers into the rear window before sitting back into the driver's seat of the vehicle. The owner of the Oasis gas station provided your affiant with fuel pump receipt, which indicated that Oninda Romulus purchased approximately $56 worth of fuel. Affiant learned from the responding deputies that when they arrived, they found Oninda Romulus outside of the car and attempted to speak with her. Oninda Romulus did not respond to the deputies, but started to back away from them and the vehicle. Affiant learned that due to Oninda Romulus's actions, she was detained by the deputies, who also looked inside Oninda Romulus's vehicle while they were placing her in handcuffs. Affiant learned that the deputies observed a black male slumped over in the passenger seat. Affiant learned that Deputy Vincent and Deputy Etheridge entered the vehicle to check the male's welfare and noticed the male sustained gunshot wounds. Affiant learned that while the deputies were tending to the male, they noticed 3 other children in the back seat of the vehicle who also sustained gunshot wounds. Deputies then began life-saving measures on the children, where 2 of the 4 children showed no signs of life and the other 2 children were life-flighted to Memorial Hermann Hospital downtown. After Affiant learned of the injuries the children sustained, Affiant attempted to speak with Oninda Romulus, who was secured in the back seat of Deputy Vincent's unit. Affiant did observe Oninda Romulus' hands to be secured in brown paper bags as she appeared alert and aware of her surroundings. Deputy Vincent informed Affiant that Oninda Romulus had been Mirandized before Affiant made contact with her. Affiant asked Oninda Romulus to tell your Affiant what occurred, and Oninda Romulus responded, but Oninda Romulus wasn't making any sense. Affiant requested that Oninda Romulus be transported to the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office jail. Affiant returned to the Sheriff's Office and requested the jail staff escort Oninda Romulus to the CID office and be placed in interview room number 1 to be interviewed. When Oninda Romulus arrived, Affiant asked her if she wanted to speak with me, and she stated that she would talk to your Affiant. Affian asked Oninda Romulus several times to come into the interview room and speak with your Affian, as she appeared paranoid about her surroundings and continued to look out of the door. Affian expressed my concerns to her about finding out what happened and asked her several questions to build a rapport and to get Oninda Romulus comfortable enough to enter the interview room. Once Oninda Romulus began to speak, Affian advised Oninda Romulus of her rights and asked her if she wanted to continue speaking with me, and she stated that she wanted to continue talking with me. During the interview, Affian asked Oninda Romulus why she called 911. She stated she couldn't talk about it. Affian then asked several more questions as to why she called 911, and she stated, instead of them doing it to me, I'm going to do it to them. I will repeat that. Instead of them doing it to me, I'm gonna do it to them. Affian further asked, do what? Oninda Romulus stated, kill them all. Affian asked Oninda Romulus additional questions regarding the statement that she made. Affian continued to ask Oninda Romulus why she was at the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office and why she called 911. Oninda Romulus stated she didn't call 911, that she called the devil. After further questioning, Oninda Romulus continued to state that she was ready to work, which didn't make sense. Affian continued with the interview and asked Oninda Romulus if she had any children, and she stated, Affian further asked how many children she has, and Oninda Romulus replied she has 4 children, naming them and stating their ages. Affian asked Oninda Romulus where her children were, and she stated that they were all with the devil. Affian then asked what she meant by that statement, and Oninda Romulus stated, they're dead. Affian asked Oninda Romulus what she meant by that statement, they're dead, and she stated, 'cause you can't take me without me taking you. Oninda Romulus further stated that her children were dead to her. Based on Oninda Romulus' statements during the interview, Affian's requesting a warrant be issued for Oninda Romulus in charge of murder, filed through JP2-2, cause number DJ-250377. This report is documented in Brazoria County Report number 2510-0071. Herefore, on or about the 4th day of October, 2025, and before making a filing of the complaint in County of Brazoria, State of Texas, that Oninda Romulus did then and there intentionally or knowingly cause the death of an individual, namely, which I redacted the first name, Chappelle, by shooting the said child with a deadly weapon, to wit, a firearm, against the peace and dignity of the state. And it is signed by everybody who needed to be signed. And here is the statutory warning by magistrate and possible cause for further detention and hearing commitment. And this is just basic information that she knew she was read her rights to remain silent, retain a lawyer, request a lawyer. And here is the probable cause for further detention exists, and the bond is set at $5,000, and this was just for that one child. There's 2 deceased children, and both bonds were set at $5,000 apiece. And I'm sorry, that is such a misword. $5 million. I apologize for that. Defendant's bond is set at $5 million, and that is $5 million times 2 for the 2 children that were murdered, and $2 million apiece for the 2 children that were shot and are currently in the hospital. So with that bond totaling $14 million. And I will scroll to this. Seeking Justice Discord is where the documents came from. I want to give her a big shout out. You will find her YouTube description to her channel in the description box. Please sub up. I appreciate everything Seeking Justice does in finding these documents. Again, thank you, and I am so appreciative to everyone that is part of the channel, and thank you for taking time and listening to me today. With that, y'all have a beautiful rest of your evening. Go outside, touch grass, watch the clouds roll by. You are important. You are loved. Till next time, peace. Rubber out.
Life's a ride on a rickety old track, holding on tight, never looking back.